Good afternoon, team, and welcome to Educom Ambassador Training, Section 3. This afternoon, we'll be going through the modules in Educom portal. We'll be making use of Educom College as our sample for this training. As we can see on the screen, we are in Educom College homepage. This is a prototype of homepage for every school in the Educom e-portal. This homepage can be configured to suit each school the way they want. For this, there is no configuration yet done on this homepage. Hence, we can say it is just a blank homepage. So, by default, you have the school logo where we have the Educom logo. Then we have the contact us number, that is the school number where we have the contact us number. And teachers, library, transport system, hostels, and the likes will be based according to the school facilities. Now, to go to the modules, we need to log in. So we'll be logging in as admin, which will be taking us through admin portal. This will make us to let us know that there are a lot of portals in this platform. There is student platform, there is teacher platform, there is guardian platform, there is receptionist platform, and the likes. And they perform different functions. But the peak of this platform is the admin platform. So we'll be logging in into the admin platform. Click on login. So we press here to input our login details. Ambassador. This is the admin dashboard. So in the dashboard, we will be seeing the following details: the total numbers of students in the school, total numbers of employee, total guardians we have in the school, then the income, the total teacher numbers of teacher, the expenditures. So all these will be in the admin dashboard. Then we have the calendar, the statistic of students in the school, then the user statistics of users also in the school, the messagings. So let's go through the tabs at the left hand corner at the top. So from the tab, we have different tabs. We have the dashboard which we are presently in. Then we have the settings. We have the team. We have administrator, human resources, teacher, class, section, subjects, syllabus, class routine, guardian, students, attendees, attendance, assist, assignment, exam, exam schedule, exam suggestion, exam attendance, report sheet, upload, results, promotion, certification or certificate, library, transport, hostel, message, mails and SMS, announcement, event, visitor info, payroll, accounting, report, media, gallery, front end, profile. I would like to start from profile. Profile only tell us about the admin. That is, it is a place where you can change your details like password and the likes. You can see my profile, it will tell the details of the admin, and you can also reset the password and logout. Thereafter, I would also like to go to the front end. In the beginning of this video, it was made clear to us that the home page has not been designed, so it's just a blank home page. This is where we design the home page of every school. So for each school, the admin designed the types of, the kind of home page that suits their school. So from here, this is where you put about the school. All the stories regarding the school. The school is found in so years. Everything about the school is done here. So let's click and just show us what we mean by about. We can see if we could record on the home page we shown before logging in, that is on the web, we see that there is a place that it was written nothing to show. That nothing to show is what we can see here. So this is about the school. We have to put every information we want to put on our website. That is all the information we want the public to know regarding our school should be put under this about. And if there is any image, we have to upload it here. Then we update. So let's back to the front end. Under the manage slide, this is where we input slides, that is sliders, where you can put your new sliders like images that will be sliding across the home page. Here you can put the school library picture, the school administrative block, the school gate, and the likes, depending on what the school have. Or maybe there is an event whereby they have a group photo and they want to show on the home page. This is where you had all of it. So you just click on add slides, then you upload the picture here, then you give the picture title. As we can see, the dimension here is the recommended dimension for the picture. But don't bother yourself too much on this, as the system will automatically adjust the dimension of any image input to it. However, the image has to have good quality for better performance, else the image will be blurred. Let's continue to the front end. We also have manage page. Here is where you create pages in the home page. For instance, you have an event you want to name with a page, or you have a page you want to dedicate for the principal. You want to tell about the principal, or you want to create a page for a department, or a page for a section of the school. This is where you create the page. Yes, to continue, let's just go to where we have the general settings of the school also, which is under setting. The school settings. Here is where we have information about the school code, then the school name. If there is a change in school name, you can change. Then if the address, if there is a change in address, you can also change it. The phone number, that is the phone contact that will be showing on the school platform, you have to, if you want to change it, you can also change it here. But however, all this information are required by the management to create the school initially. This is where we input, or we can change all those inputs ourselves back to what we want. Then we can also input our Facebook URL if the school also have Facebook URL, YouTube URL, all the social information. Then the school principal. This is where we had the school principal. Then the current time that is in running. So we also had it here. So let's go back to settings. We have the payment settings. This payment setting is optional if the school is using PayPal or any other types of payment mode, maybe PayU, money settings, then Paytm. All these kind of settings is uh, integrated into this platform for accounting purpose, meaning that once you have the school must have its PayPal account, and it will integrate this PayPal to this our platform, such that every staff will be paid automatically. This is optional, as the school can also pay by cash or by their normal way of payment if they don't want to use any of these uh, payment method. So another thing is SMS settings. This is if also the school intends to integrate SMS, bulk SMS into the platform such that they will be able to send SMS direct to uh, guardians phone number, teachers phone numbers, student phone numbers to their direct line. This is where they can integrate different types of bulk SMS package here. As you can see with this ClickTel, Trilio, bulk settings, all these are message bulk SMS services. You can add this to here. This is where we draw that. So the team is where we can set the outlook of our portal, the way we want our portal to be. As you can see, it was in default. The one we are using presently is at default. We can also change it to another one. Let us see how the team works. I will activate this one now. I will see the change, the green one. You can see that the theme has changed. You can see the look as different from the way it was. So that is what we do under the theme. The administrator, this is equally the bulk function of the admin. Under this administrator, it can do the message settings, which we have already include. Maybe you have a template you want to do, or you want to add any what's it called? Any SMS to the school. So this is where we does that. Let's back to the administrator. The academic year. The academic year is what refers to academic year is what we know generally to be section, that it is current section that is running, session that is running in the school. For instance, presently schools are running calendar of 2019-2020 section. That is the academic year. So in settings, you can add in academic year you can add lot of uh academic year like 2019, 2020, 2020, 20 uh 21 and the likes. So it is a must because you will be doing promotion based on this, because students will be promoting from one academic session to another academic section. That is academic year. Then manage users. This is where we can also add users. You can manage information of users, see what the numbers of users you have in different platforms, say the teachers, uh, the guardian and the likes. So the users on the platform, you can then reset users password. You can also do help users to reset their password here. Then you can also create a email template that will be default just for quick mailing, and you can also have SMS template for quick mailing. Activities log. This activities log is one of the most important aspects of this platform. The activities log shows all the logs of every activity that is occur in the platform, meaning that when a student log into the portal 10 a.m. on Friday, you will know, the admin will be able to know which student log in at that particular time, what change has he made. So it is easy for admin to monitor the users, to know what the users uh, have implemented on the portal. Then public guidance feedback. This is where you publish the feedback gotten from uh, guidance. You want to publish it. This is where you can publish it to your site. So the human resources, that is the HR. The HR has two major functions. Here, one, you manage designatory. The designatory is you can create and delete any designatory. For instance, you create a teacher. Say the designation can be teacher, can be admin, can be receptionist, can be any post you have in the school. Any post you have in the school. While manage employee, this is where you employ employee. You add them to the portal. You give them their role. Is he an admin? Is he a teacher? Is he a guardian? Is he a student? This is where you can do all of such. But usually it's for employee. So the teacher, here, this is where this particular tab was deliberately created because the function of teacher is differ from all other staffs. So it is also like under manage employee, but however, it is designed to be separate because of the function of the teachers, as they will have different things to be done on the platform. So class is where you manage class, where we create class, you add new class. Then the section is where you add sections to the classes. Maybe there is class 1, section A, class 1, section B, section C, and the like. That is where you had these sections. Then subject, this is where you also had subject to the schools. Then syllabus, this is where you upload the syllabus of the school. Then class routine is where you had the timetable for subjects. Then the guardian, this is also where you had guardian. Then student, this is where you manage students. Then attendance is the general attendance for students or employee. So can also be teacher. Then absent email, you can also send absent email from this place, and also you can also send absent SMS. Then assignment, this is where they upload assignments for students. The exams, this is where you do the exam grade, the exam time. The exam schedule, this is where you upload the timetable for the exam. The exam suggestions, this is where you check the suggestions from guidance and all other users on the platform. Exam attendance, this is where you mark attendance of students for exam. The report sheet, this is where you upload report sheet. Or if you are doing direct upload, then you can also do upload from a CSV format or Excel format through the report and through the upload result. Then promotion is where you do promotion. Then certificate is where you create certificate for any event that occur in the school, and this certificate might be a best student certificate, might be an occasional certificate, might be living school certificate. Any types of certificate the school offers to the individual, be it the guardian or the student. There's the library. This is where you manage library, that is library resources, the library member. Then you can check the books in the school, in the library, then the issue and return, who has been issued book to, who is yet to return, who has returned, and the likes. Then the transport, that's where you manage the transport system. Hostel, that's where you manage the hostel system. The messages is regarding the messages. If you have messages, you can check your messages there. Then the mail, you can also check everything we are saying here. Not to take our time, because of the main function we are still going to, because we will still be will still be laying our hand into this portal, as the address, the password, the username will also be uploaded for us to have a look into the portal and play around the portal. So let's move forward on how to add users, as this is one of the most important aspects of this platform. One of it is, let's say, for you to add any employee, there are some things that is prerequisite. For instance, let me give a list of some things that are prerequisite to one another. To add any employee, be it teacher or other kind of employee that will be receiving payment, then to create a salary grade is a prerequisite before adding any employee. That is one prerequisite. Another one is for you to be able to create a student, that is, admit a student. The student must have a guardian, meaning that a guardian must be created before creating students, unless you are using bulk student admission. So in this case, you have to go and map the student after creation to their guidance. So let's go through employee creation. So as I've said earlier, there is a prerequisite for that, which is the uh, payment grade. So we come here to payroll, we come to salary grade. So from here we can create grade. So presently we have created two basic grade, the BSc and the OND grade. So to create a grade, you click on add salary grade. So from here you fill in the tabs. The grade name, let's say HND. Then the basic salary is amount. Which amount? Okay, let's say the basic salary is 28,000. Then is there any house allowance? If there is, let's say it's 2,000. Then transport allowance 2,000. Medical allowance 3,000. Overtime payment, no. Hourly rate 9 hours. Then the providence fund, this is deducted from the providence fund is deducted from the total amount. So maybe for contribution or for entitlement after leaving the school. So let's say 1,000. So this is what the teacher is contributing every month to the school. So from here we can see the gross salary is 35,000, while the net salary is 34, meaning that you will be collecting 34,000 every month. Here you can now submit. So as you can see, it has been already added up to the salary grade. Now, after we have created grade, we can now go back to create employee. So we come to HR. So under the HR, we have management designatory and manage designatory and manage employee. Firstly, we need to create designatory. It is compulsory for you to select a designatory for every employee. So we can go to manage our designatory. This is presently we already have uh, 4 designatory. We have admin, we have principal, we have librarian, we have receptionist. So let's create one more. You can just put driver. Let's say driver. So if there is need for description, you can describe here, or if there is any note, you can put note. Else, let's just submit. So presently now we are having what? We are having driver as another designatory. So we can also make use of the quick link above to navigate to where we are going to. Like just click the manage employee instead of going back to the dashboard, to the tabs by the left top right corner to click on it. So we can just we can just come back to human resources. Then we click on manage employee to add new user. And now we are having how many users? We are having 3 users. We are having Mr. Eunice as receptionist. We are having Mr. Lawal as admin. We are also having ambassador as admin. So here we can delete, we can also view, we can also edit. So I want to delete this. Yes, we are having 2 as an admin. I'm having 1 admin and I also have another receptionist as the signatory. So we can now add new employee. However, I'm just showing us how to delete. So this can contain as many as possible employee. So you put the name here, you just fill up the uh, the columns, the basic informations. All the asterisks are compulsorily, so while others are not compulsory, meaning that we have the name is compulsory, the designatory which is compulsory is one of those one we just created. You can see we created driver, so it is compulsory. The phone number is also compulsory. The birth date is also compulsory. Then the gender compulsory. Then username, then the password. So we can create a unique password for every employee and expect them to change it after their first log in. However, if they didn't change it, the password still remain valid till they change it. So this is where the reason why we have to create the salary grade the other time, the salary type here, because it will ask us to select which salary grade. So if you click on it, you see, this is the monthly type, then the salary grade, yes, the salary grade is here. This is where we select the types of grade we want for the employee. So we can also say if this employee is viewed on the web or not. That is, if you want public to know this employee, maybe probably is our mathematics teacher or is a popular person in the school, want everybody to If you want the user to be viewed on the web, this is where we select whether to be viewed on the web or not. So you can say no, then you put the Facebook URL, the social media information of the user can be put here. Also, you will upload the signature of the user here, the employee photo, and also the resume, that is the CV for the user, can be also uploaded here. Then thereafter you submit. So that is that on how to create users. So now we'll be going through how to create t-shirts. So when you click on t-shirt, also presently, as you can see, we are having two t-shirts, Mr. Sadiq and Mr. Ade. So we can add t-shirt here. You have to put the name, the gender, all these basic informations. The one that are stated are compulsory. Then the username and password. You can see the role here is already t-shirt. So the same thing, there is role over there. When we are creating a employee, the role will be stated there. Either is it principal, is it admin, is it, we have to select the role also. So the salary grade also must be put. Then we can also upload the signature, then the t-shirt's photo, then we can submit. So it's the same process in creating user, employee. So creating class. When we create class, we will automatically assign a t-shirt to that class. That is the class name, the numeric name, maybe for instance 001, basic 001, JSS1, junior secondary school 1. That's the class name. And the numeric name will be JSS1. So the teacher's name, the class teacher, you have to select among the teachers already created, because a class must be assigned to a teacher. Then you submit. That's that on how to create class. Presently, we are having just two class. We have the JSS1. We name the numeric name. We just put 1. Then we have the JSS2 as the 2, and the class teacher are Mr. Sadiq and Mr. Ade. So going forward to the sections, you can see we have two classes. We can assign section to these classes. The JSS1, there is already section A and section B. If you want to add, you can just click on add section, then you select which class. Again, let's say JSS1, the section name, let's say C. Then you select which teacher, who is the class teacher of that. Put the section class, teacher has to be Mr. C. But however, the class teacher is have more preference over the section teacher. So then you submit. So now we can we have ABC as sections for same JSS1. So now let's go on back to the tab. So creating subject. So we have to create subject for each class. This is where we do that. For JSS1, what are the subjects? For JSS2, what are the subjects? So here you select the class you want to create subject for, then you start creating the subject based on the names. Then the syllabus of the school, this is where you upload the syllabus. For which school you have to upload the syllabus for the class. For instance, you can just add syllabus, the title, the syllabus title, then the class, you select the class, the subject, then you upload the document. So the document can be PDF, doc, or text. So if there's any note, you can put the note here, then submit. So that's that about syllabus. Then the class routine is where we create timetable for the routine. Let me just show us what we have here. You can see for session A, on Monday, we are having 8A, they are having Mr. Ade. The subject is not there, has been deleted. So also, let's go to 9:15 a.m. to 9:45 a.m. We are having mathematics, Mr. Sadiq. So this is the way it will, you will also put all the subjects based on the time. So let's just go to add. You have click on the add routine, then you select the class, the section, the subject, the day, then the teacher in charge. Automatically, once you select the subject, the teachers in charge should come. Like just say class JSS1, section A, subject English, day Tuesday, time. Just say time should be 9:30 a.m. Then end time should be 10:15 a.m. Then the room number where it will be it should be taken. You can say room or LT 1. Then you submit. So let's go back to the class routine. DSS1. As you can see, under section A, we are having English, Mr. Ade. So this is how to add subject, and this is can be viewed by both students and their guardian. The teacher, the parents, and the student can view this on their portal. So after that, we have the guardian. So the guardian is also the way we had users, the normal users, to our group. So it's just to add, click on add guardian and fill out all the form. That is the name, the phone number, profession, all tabs has to be filled, and when necessary, the where we have the asterisk, it is compulsory we have to fill them all. So the user's name and password must also be given to the parents for them to be able to access their own portal so as to check the student results and the likes. So, and this is a must for us to do before adding students. Reason being that we'll be merging these guardians to the students. So let's go to students. So under students, we have admit student, bulk admission. There's student class. You can just click the student in each class and see, then the student activities. So let's just click on admit student, how to admit students. So you fill out this form also. So once it is filled, then you click on submit. You can see all the asterisks must be filled. So for instance, there is a place where you have to add your guardian. So if the guardian is not already added to the platform, you will not be able to select from the drop down. As presently, we only have Mr. Ibrahim as the only guardian added. So it's only Mr. Ibrahim we can click here to add as the guardian. So this is where we are going to stop for today. We'll be given assignments to work on those we have discussed to ensure we have full understanding of what we have discussed. Thank you, and I really appreciate your presence and understanding. Thank you.